Alrighty. I am in the mines, it looks like. Well, let's go do our farming contract and all that good stuff today. Here we go. Graceful, although we really don't need the graceful outfit these days. And we're thieving on 416 Hero as well. Probably gonna do more Calvarion today. Oh, we're getting a lot of white berries. A lot of white berries. Nice. Dwarf weeds as our next farming contract. Whole lot of snape grass. We'll do a birdhouse run as well, and then we'll get into Calvarion. Let's get ourselves some seeds. You would have received a beginner clue scroll. Okay. I don't think I care about beginners though. Hmm. 8-minute flat. That's still 45 seconds off. That's tough. Alrighty, let's gear up. Calvarion. Looks like we still got some loot in our looting bag. We never cleared that out. What's our KC right now? 3301. Try to do at least another 100 today, or 99. Why is that so loud? Some movement inside already. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. No. It's busy right now, or what? Dude, really? Not like this, man. Not like this. It's a Wednesday. What are we doing? There we go. There we go. Here we go again. Will today be the day? Will today be the day? Oh, it's slow on that. It's clicking on the other client. Another day, another Calvarion session. First KC of the day. Some uncut diamonds. I'm not doing any damage. There we go. 54. Got my coffee with me as per usual. Please give blade. Will this be the one? Some dragon bones. A rune two-hand. Oh, didn't see that one, right? Unfortunate. So while we're working on Calvarion here, we are also working on the thing on the other account, our Dolo GIM. I don't think we're going to be able to reach any leveling milestone today, but we are working towards 89 nonetheless. Is the Void Waker blade even real? Limpet Roots? If anybody's just tuning into the stream right now, we are working on trying to get the Void Waker blade. This is going to be the first piece of the 3 pieces for our Void Waker. Unfortunately, right now, though, we are just very, very unlucky, and you can see in the chat box 3,309 KC. Now, that is over 3 times dry. That is closer to 4 times dry than 3, honestly. We're getting to that point real soon. But, yeah, nothing we can do but to keep going. And hopefully get the blade at some point. But very unlucky right now, safe to say. Also, today being Wednesday, we did post a new video to our relatively new Rags to Riches series on the YouTube channel. If you guys enjoy Chambers of Xerix, or maybe you're even just curious about Chambers of Xerix, specifically the challenge mode version, and how you might do it on an Ironman, that could be a series that interests you. That video actually went up about an hour and a half ago. Some uncut rubies. Uncut rubies. Oh. A little unfortunate there. Alright, will I be able to get a restore dropper of some kind? That would help. Magic logs. Oh, someone just got the Dracula or Count Check. That's the pun they made. Count Check. Random event. Which breaks the fourth wall, doesn't it? Because I think all the other random events are very much part of the in-game universe, but Count Check very clearly refers to something outside of the in-game. 60 Renar weeds. That's worth 467k? That's pretty good. It's a good drop right there. I mean, for us, the actual herbs itself. That's like one herb run right there. Not a full one, but I'm always too lazy and I can't be bothered to plant at every single patch, so I do about 6 herb patches or so. I just can't believe it, man. I really can't. What is going on? It's just so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Some coins. Chewing through these divines. And there's another KC. Well, that's one divine completely done with. I usually bring two, so that's if we're uninterrupted, it's about a 40-minute trip. And as long as we have enough restores. I do rely on getting a restore drop or two, though. So far, we haven't got one yet, but they should be fairly common. But occasionally, we do just get a little unlucky. Restore drop, perhaps? Hey, there we go. Let's get these death runes in the looting bag, though. Oh yeah, I think if I if I open the combat achievement tab, I'll probably get a combat task or two. Palm tree seed. Our new cope is that we're not going to be getting to 4 times dry. There's absolutely no way we're going to be 4 times dry on a Void Waker blade. Just no chance, right? Absolutely zero chance. Hello, can I do some damage to this Hellhound, please? I'd very much appreciate it. Someone just asked me, how do I trade my second shadow? Second? Second shadow. And I'm very confused by the question. What do you mean, how do I trade the second shadow? I just trade it. I don't understand. Hellhounds, there we go. The Void Waker blade is not real. It's just not real, unfortunately. Feels bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the Doom combat achievements, and some of them just look so ass to do. And you know, I get it, you know, combat achievements aren't supposed to be easy, especially the ones where they rate it master or grandmaster. But you know, I think that I've always said in the past, like, I'm not a huge fan of combat achievements, which is precisely why I'm just now going for grandmaster. I'm getting the Void Wakers and going for grandmaster. But this is precisely why I feel like a lot, not all, but a lot of combat achievements are just artificial difficulty added to bosses. And I guess the point is, or the argument can be made, like that's the whole point of the combat achievements. I don't know, some just make more sense and flow better with the actual boss encounters more so than others. For example, I feel like doing a no melee dig inferno makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, neat little challenge. But then, oh yeah, you need to kill this with a salamander. That's stupid. And then I see that the Mocha CAs have one that's like melee only with the one-hand weapon specifically. That just seems so... like, what? You know? You know, and at this point, like, I don't really want to backtrack from my goal of getting Grandmaster, but there's definitely going to be some pain points where I'm just like, I don't really want to do this. But I suppose we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I hope I get lucky with some stuff like the must-but speed times, which is one of the main reasons I'm going for the Void Waker right now, actually. I hope it doesn't take like 10,000 resets to do that combat achievement. That'd be very annoying. Oops, wasted that right there. I just want to see the loot beam, please. Safe to say I'm getting real sick of Calvarion. Safe to say. But the only way to get the Void Waker Blade is to do more Calvarion. But seriously, by now I'm in like the 97th percentile or whatever. If there were 100 people in the room, 97.5 people, give or take, would have the Void Waker Blade by now. And I'm just one of the 2.5 that don't. I think that's how it works, right? If you guys are tuning into the stream or the channel in general for the first time, I am currently multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. Over on YouTube, we did upload a new video today, Rags to Riches Episode 2. It's basically a series that's gonna recreate all the solo CM gear setups I used to use back in 2023 and all the way up to more recent times. I wasn't doing content creation like I am now back then, so never really captured those moments. So in a sense, we're like recreating the journey and following along our progress. I've recorded a few episodes here now. Still need to do some editing, make some thumbnails and get them uploaded to YouTube. But yeah, it's been nice to kind of go back on these old setups and I'm like, wow, this is how I used to do it. Compared to the essentially max gear we're in now. I need this guy to stop typing Missouri instead of Missouri. Oh, that was our last divine dose right there. So another couple KCs, then we'll bank. Our looting bank's probably filling up anyways, right? Actually, not too bad. A lot of stackables this time. Like, we kept rolling the same things. Not too many rune pickaxes, that's for sure. Whenever we get the rune pickaxes, that'll take up looting bag space. I guess I'll chuck those in the bag. We only got enough divine for maybe another 2 KC if that. You know, instead of TPing out, it might be quicker to just to run to the Enclave. Right? I think it would. But we would probably want a POH TP just to restore our prayer anyways. Alright, we'll just bank after this KC. What are we again? Oak planks. Yeah, I'll just seed pot out. It's the safest way, you know, like if I run out, PK could be out there and then waste more time and whatnot. Run the wrong way. Bank is this way. I will just grab our max cape to get back to the enclave first, and then we'll hit the bank there as well. Okay, let's organize our inventory a little bit here. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Why are the zombies so loud, man? No one's taking the world? Straight back to it. Limpwords. Oh, I couldn't see that one. Ooh, this one's gonna be 3,333. mildly interesting here, but working on KC 3,333. Perhaps we get some good luck out of this. Good things come in threes. Do people say that? I don't know. Okay, evidently not. Rune 2 Handsword. Cannonballs. It's definitely, we're definitely in that territory now where when we finally do get the drop, I feel like I wouldn't even be excited necessarily. It'd be more relief than anything. You know? We're well past that point of where we'd be surprised we get the drop. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna be spending upwards of 90 hours on Calvarion alone. But it's not really gonna reflect that in the videos now, is it? This probably explains why some people don't upload for like over a month sometimes, you know, because they're just stonewalled by trying to get a drop. It's unfortunate. GM. Take a sip of my coffee. This is gonna be it. Gold ore. It's so sad. Chaos runes. Good repot. Few serums. This could be the one. Maybe. Perhaps. Oak planks. Wines of Zamorak. You know what's crazy is I think I've gotten about at least 3 champion scrolls. From the purple skeletal hellhounds, the gold skeletal hellhounds, and the boss itself. On like 3 skeleton champion scrolls here. If you guys missed it, just yesterday we actually got a dupe pet, so the game's really trolling us right now. Getting everything but the 1 in 912 drop. Quite unfortunate. This thing's 1 HP. There we go. I could use a restore drop right about now. Give me the Void Wicker Blade or the restore drop. Okay, we got super combats instead. Wrong potions. We got 3 4-dose super combats for free, though. Whenever I see somebody with the tag GIM in their name in the wilderness, I don't really believe it at first. But that guy did look pretty convincing. He had the initiate armor on with a dragon mace and an RD cape. But my eyes were glued to that guy as soon as I saw him drop in. Never know if he's gonna swap into max melee with a Void Waker, you know? Seen it happen. I've died that way. 6 Anvil Tecton. Doesn't this guy have an Elder Maw? Don't you have an Elder Maw? Oh, super restores. Very nice. I'm gonna put 2 of them in the bag, and then this third one I'll keep on me. I don't think I've ever had a 6 Anvil Tecton, so... I see. I've probably had a 3 or 4 before, but a 6? Especially these days with 1 hammer being guaranteed? I don't know. Well, we're making good progress today, I suppose, in terms of KC. Technically, we're making 0 progress. It's all or nothing right now. Oop. 16 could have been worse. Good morning. Could have been worse. What are we getting? I actually got up to like close my door real quick because my cat just opened it all the way. I rushed back to look at the loot, only to be disappointed by cannonballs. Cannonballs is always a neat drop for an Ironman because it's like you're never gonna ever make enough for it to be worth using. So it's really just a bonus type of thing when you get them from PVM. It's like, okay, you know, I can save those for a certain Slayer task or whatever you need them for. These days, I can't think of a single thing I would want to use the cannonballs for, actually. Unless I wanted to go for champion scrolls or something, I don't know. I don't think that's something that's very high on my priority list at the moment, though. Ouch. The Hellhound was quick with it. Uncut rubies. Not exactly in short supply of those, but I suppose it's always good to get rubies. They're useful at least for the ruby bolts. Ooh. Oh, still dodged it in time. Very nice. More cannonballs. Just talking about those. According to the loot tracker, which is missing about 500 KC, we've had 18,000 cannonballs from Calvarion. Like I said, missing about 500 KC, so I imagine a little bit more than that. Over 20,000, we could assume, I would think. I have a very healthy stack of cannonballs in the bank right now because not only have I been getting them from here, but about a month ago when we were doing the Mocha grind, Mocha gave a lot of cannonballs as well. And we've done a tiny bit of Nex. Managed to get some cannonballs there. So I know our starting KC today was at 3,301. Very fortunately, we've had little to no interruptions thus far. And we've done 47 KC so far in 1:05. We did bank once. This is our second trip, I want to say. Right? I think that checks out. It's our second trip so far. Feel like our KC an hour might be worse than I thought. I don't want to jinx it here, but so far today we've been mostly uninterrupted. I am kind of one trip in, 1.5 trips in, I should say. And I know my starting KC today was at 3,301. And we're just now at 3,349. So we've done 48 KC. Oh, there's a PK. I quite literally just jinxed it. Wow, you could not script it any better. This guy's in Blue Moon. Interesting. What's he got? A Fang? Well, time to escape. You literally could not make that up. I'm just talking about not being interrupted, and this guy drops in. Wow. I think I'm gone, though. I think I'm gone. Yep. That was very unfortunate. Wow. Alright, back we go. Alright, we've relogged to get rid of the teleblock. I'm just going to go straight back to my spot. Hopefully he's not camping it or anything. Always a concern whenever I see a PKer that they're going to start camping and looking for me. But yeah, as I was saying, we've only done about 48 KC, I want to say, in over an hour. So I've always been operating under the assumption that we were doing mid-40s KC an hour. But honestly, it might be a little bit slower than that. And definitely slower than that when we account for all these PK interruptions. Dark crabs. The clan is memeing the YouTube comments, and the sad thing is, like, it's so accurate. They are the YouTube comments. Well, that's one PK. Got away with relative ease, though. What the? No way! What the heck? The salad, rose, water stuff. Intim. My brain's not working. My brain's not working, bro. Intimidating. Yeah, I swapped the D and the M. Oh. Death runes. A random thought here. But I have a ton of dragon daggers, or I did. I might have got rid of them. I'm not sure. I just knew I had a massive stock of dragon daggers, and I'm trying to remember where I got them from. What drops dragon daggers? There must have been a grind I was on that just dropped an absolute ton. I don't recall right now. Oh, you know what? It might not be a boss. I think it might just be like Slayer tasks, like Dust Devils, maybe? Wines of Zamrock. Oh, it's a good drop. Doorbell ring. Probably someone trying to sell stuff. Yep. Someone just trying to sell stuff. Well, door-to-door selling evidently still works if they still got people out here doing it, but no thank you. Oh. Instead, I wasn't intimidating enough to make Bell TP out. Yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. uh... Oh, this is like salad robes. When I see the salad robes, I just assume it's some low level. Seriously, if you got a water staff and some salad robes on, I'm like, this guy's got to be like level 50, right? I couldn't really dodge that rip. Dragon bones. Okay, after this KC, I do have to TP out for a second here. All right, let me TP out some coins. We can take a look at the collection log here. Vedion and Calvarion. All right, be right back. Alright, we are back. Let's see if our world got taken. That is funny. That is funny. Let's see if our world is taken or not. Did I have to use the restroom real quick? All was gone. Someone took the time to join the live stream. Thank you very much. Just to okay, there we go. Yeah, we have food. Funny how that works actually, you know. I've been sitting here for like the whole how long have we been live? Not quite 2 hours. Hour and a half or so. In a moment I have to like AFK for like a couple of minutes. No, my world has been taken. That's unfortunate. But my world. I think it's like the most ironic thing that these people are asking me when I touch grass when they're spending their time commenting on my YouTube videos. It's like, are you asking yourself that? Oh man, we might not be able to find a world, guys. Mad boy get wrecked on PUBG 2 years ago. Interesting. Interesting. 14 views? Guy has a bot name. Can't even bother to come up with something original. Interesting. Got a bunch of numbers in his name. I think this is a hide user on this channel angle. All right. Appreciate the click. Probably had to watch a whole ad, you know, just to make sure he could type in the live stream. Cave is empty. Let's go. Don't know how much more KC we're going to do today, but we'll chip away at it. We've done about 60 KC today. When will we get the drop? You have a sneaking suspicion that you would have received an easy clue. So Varlamore pickpocketing is actually pretty good for the easy clues if you're being lazy. I think like ham pickpocketing is probably still the go-to, but I can't be bothered with that. I hate thieving, which is entirely why I'm doing the AFK method. If Varlamore thieving didn't exist, I may never get another 99 thieving ever again. It was definitely one of those skills where when I decided I wanted to max my account, I was like, I'm gonna get thieving out the way nice and early. Because I suppose there's two ways of going about it, right? Like, you just keep putting it off until it's the last thing you do, and you just hope that the motivation of maxing will push you through the 99 thieving, or you get it out the way nice and early so that you don't have to worry about it later. Oh! Oh no. This is it. This is the one. Never. So unfortunate. Step under. There's no way. Oh my god, YouTube comments are crazy. So I'm actually going through the section where YouTube auto hides some comments just because you know some people are just doing stuff. This guy replied to a comment from 5 months ago. No way, bro. That is crazy. That's all I gotta say. That is crazy. You're still taking the time to argue in a YouTube comment chain that happened 5 months ago? You come back 4 months later? Does Araxor count towards Araxite KC? Surely it does, right? Yeah, you can't. It's a Slayer only boss. Am I tripping? Is Araxor not a Slayer only boss? Isn't Araxor Slayer only? Yeah, then of course it would count towards the task. Gold ore. It's talking about the KC and the sling. Okay. I see what he's asking now. That makes more sense. U-seed. I kind of jumped right in just to take damage. It's so dumb. Now, I don't know if that was a bot or a real person. I think that may have been a real person. But why is there that feature where you can't check until you have 20 KC? Like, what's the point in that? It doesn't make sense to me. What is the logic behind that? Uncut Dragonstone. These things are a 1 in 64. I haven't seen too many of those, actually. I feel it. This is gonna be the one. I can only say this so many times, though. Surely. This is it. Please. 1 HP. Here it comes. Now, we just gotta stop expecting the drop. If we don't think the drop is ever coming, then we won't ever be disappointed. Getting close to that 3,400 mark. More death runes. Is that back? No, that's no. I got death runes a little while ago. It's all a blur. I don't know what KC I'm on. I don't know what loot I'm getting. It is all a blur. Is that a PK? He's level 91. I feel like the odds of you finding someone to even PK at that level is so low. I know it is a strategy to be low level and come and like rush a Void Waker. But I don't think it's a very common strategy. Could be mistaken. But like, what are the odds of that guy finding someone to be able to PK? Maybe the bots are a bit lower level. And in the level bracket, because the bots wouldn't be maxed. I don't know. That guy was level 91. That is very low level. But that guy wearing Moon's gear makes sense, because he was probably a pure of some kind. Like a low level bracket. There was a guy earlier that was in Moon's gear, but he was like level 100 and... like almost 120. It's like high 110s. Why would you wear Moon's gear at that point? It can't be cheaper. I feel like it's actually expensive. Never mind like the defense loss, right? I feel like Arums and Carols would probably be cheaper. Well, actually, I don't know. Not entirely sure on that, actually. Oh boy, a Dragon Pickaxe. KC3375 Dragon Pickaxe. Let's open up the collection log real quick. That is our 8th one. I think we're still due for more. But I'm not too mad about it. We're not after the Dragon Pickaxes. I guess I'll go ahead and put that in the looting bag. The value is pretty high now, I suppose. It's got to be around 1 mil with the stand fees we've pulled. Now the dragon pickaxe. Well, we hit the table. Yesterday we got a dragon two-hand, I think. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Oh, there's a bunch of food on the ground that I could actually very much use. Yay, dragon pickaxe. What's going on, Hutch? How we doing today? We just got a dragon pickaxe. Our 8th one, I think. Dragon bones. One day we will escape from this boss. One day. Still win for the blade drop? Yeah, it's gonna happen, I swear. It's gotta, right? At some point. Thanks, bro. Actually, I don't even think he has one pickaxe. Never mind two. I don't think he has a dragon pickaxe at all. Oh, wait, does he? He might. Been using regular, non-extended anti-venoms because I assumed they were higher level. They're the same for some reason. I didn't know that. Easy. I would have thought the same, to be fair. Yeah, it would make sense if they were high level. Yeah, that would make sense. $99 smithing to make a rune plate body doesn't make any sense. Dude, surely that's on their list of things to do, right? They're gonna rework smithing? They have to. It just doesn't make sense. You make it from scratch. I mean... Valid? Kind of a good point, not gonna lie. You make it from scratch. Might be cooking. Okay, I was gonna say my food situation was looking a little sus. Actually, our prayer situation is looking a little sus. Alright, unless I get a prayer drop here, a restore drop, I'm gonna bank. SKC of the trip, most likely. It's 1 HP. Oh boy, coins. Let's pick up that Crumbon. 20 KC to go until 3,400. That was almost a full trip anyways. We just got a little unfortunate with the restore situation. Is that a flail? Why does he have a flail? Why is this guy skulled with a flail? Am I missing something? Where's he going? I was going this way. Seriously, why does that guy have a flail? I think that was the Vandus flail, like for Vire watches and stuff. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. What did I click on? I need 3 defense. Gold ore. Is that night shard? Oh, what am I doing? Taking silly damage. I don't know why I like using sharks so much. I guess I just like the icon in the inventory or something. Because I definitely don't have too many sharks, but I always end up using sharks when there's other food options that are similar, if not exactly the same value, like 20 HP restore. I have manta rays, and obviously those are 22s, and I never use them. I just like seeing the stacks go up or something, I don't know. The only 3 pieces of hard food I ever really use, I guess 4. Karambwans, sharks, anglers, and then when I pre-pot divine potions at the bank, I eat a tuna to get back to 99. I guess in here I'm using dark crabs, but that's mostly because I get dark crabs from this boss. So they're in my inventory anyways. Now if they came noted, then I probably wouldn't ever use dark crabs. They could probably just build up in my bank. You guys ever just stare at the floor right there, the ground, because you're just waiting for the loot, and because you're staring so hard, for some reason it feels like it's taking longer to show up than usual, and then you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be the drop, and then you get disappointed because you get blood runes instead. It's so sad. It's just so sad. Oh boy, a rune pickaxe. Oh, some blighted anglerfish. Don't mind if I do. Oh, poorly timed. Wine of Zamrock. You know, I'm just joking here, but this going this dry is vindication for all the people that were like, "Yeah, bro, just get a Void Waker. It's not that bad." 3,386 Calvarion KC later. Where's my blade? Cold War. You guys know that meme of the guy like digging for diamonds or mining for diamonds? Well, there's like two guys on the image. One guy keeps going and finds the diamonds. The other one's like about to give up, but the diamonds are just like just on the other side. That's the blade right now. That's me and the blade. Let's repot. Another rune pickaxe goes straight into the looting bag. 12 more KC to go until we're at 3,400. Cannonballs. I believe the number for when we officially get to 4 times dry is 3648. So less than 300 KC to go. High 200s. It's between now and then that we're gonna get that drop, right? Every time we reach another threshold, like 1x, 2x, 3x, that's got to be like 20 hours of Calvarion at the least. Probably more than that because, you know, we just discovered what our rates are really like. Yeah, Sandfew serums. What did I just click on? Protect item. Oh boy, more rubies. So the plan for us, in the event that we do get the blade right now, is that we're going to move on to RDO next. For the, I believe RDO drops the gem. I could be mistaken. Not that it matters too much. The point is each of the boss drops one piece of the Void Waker. 3 pieces making the one complete Void Waker. But yeah, we're going to be doing RDO second and then Spindle last. That's the goal right now. That's the objective right now. I don't know. I might change my mind, but I'm not looking forward to Spindle. I'm really not. I actually don't mind RDO. So I'll be doing that next, I think. And then once we have the Void Waker, we're going to start looking into some combat achievements on our road to Grandmaster. Speaking of which, Mocha combat achievements came out today. And not going to lie, some of them, when I skimmed over the blog post, some of them looked pretty difficult. Melee Mocha sounds terrible. I'm not going to lie. That does not sound very fun. Not fun at all. I think we might start out by tackling some difficult ones like the Colosseum. If I can get the Colosseum ones out the way early, that would be good motivation, honestly. Hmm. That was, kind of spooky. That guy looks pretty geared for Calvarion. Like, that's also the only other person I've seen with an Inferno Cape. Besides that one guy that, like, a non-PKer anyways. You know, we've been at it for over 2.5 hours. Between the little startup time and then the little AFK time. This checks out, KC-wise. I'm so sick of seeing these death runes. We're up to at least 20,000 now. Very unfortunate. If anybody wants to stay more in tune or might have any questions, even about the game itself or something, feel free to join the Discord so that even when we're not live, you can go ahead and reach me there still. And as well as other people that will be joining or are already in the Discord. Also, in the Discord, you will be able to get a role so that you can be notified for live streams or YouTube videos. Still in the process of adding more emotes and stuff. In fact, lately, I'm really not sure what kind of emotes we want to be adding into the Discord. So if anybody has any suggestions, that'd be great. Halfway through the trip now, just about. Based on the divines. We do have plenty of restores this time. We got a few drops of those. In fact, it was just last KC, actually. We got some super restores. Being ragged at Soliceps. How do you pronounce it? Soliceps? I've never actually even attempted to say that word out loud, other than read it. Oh my god, grimy weeds, and we were just talking about super restores. There we go, even more. We're rich. I haven't really ever done that, so I really can't help them. I don't know. Game's giving me super restores because they don't want me to leave. Yeah, that's true, actually. They're like, here's more super restores so you can farm more Calvarion without getting the blade. As soon as I read that message, regen bracelet and HP cape if you can, I think. I'm like, I right click, looked up unspooky. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't have 99 health. Not everybody is maxed, okay? Where's the other hellhound? There it is. Oh, 2 KC away. It's crept up on us. Yeah, it's kind of miserable if you think about it like this. If you think about the expected hours to hit rate for a grind, so for us, we now know it's more than 20 hours, but let's just say 20 hours. If it takes us 20 hours to hit rate for this boss, when we get to 4 times grind, then we would have spent like 80 hours. That just sucks. Oh my god, more restores. More restores than we know what to do with. There's nothing we can do. Working on KC 3,400 now, so another 100 KC checkpoint here. I suppose in the last 100 KC we did hit the table once. We got the dragon pickaxe pretty recently. Let's see what we get for this 3,400th KC though. Here we go. Let it be the one. Oak planks. So disappointing. Well, the grind continues. The grind continues. Lifetime supply of Mortmire fungus. Magic logs. The Void Waker doesn't take that long to get, they said. It'll be fine. It's not that busy in the wilderness. It's dead content, they said. They banned a lot of the bots, they said. Well, we've done 100 today, because we started at 3301. Come on. 101. Let it be the... Never... Couldn't even finish my sentence. Rune pickaxe. So while we are doing this grind, killing Calvarian hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of times, I've also been teething in the background on our other account. We are making progress towards 89 teething. It's a bit of ways away though. You may be wondering, how are you possibly teething while doing wildy content in bossing? Well, I am doing the Varlamore method, where I just click once every minute and a half or so, and get about 15 to 20 pickpockets. Comes out to be about 50 to 55,000 teething XP if you're kind of on point. Right now, me not so much. RuneLight says I'm at 45k XP an hour right now. But I think that's mostly because earlier I spent a couple of minutes... dealing with a PKer. Sand fused serums. I just hit the seed pod off of a level 81 coming in. Dang it, man. I just saw the ancient staff, and I reacted right away. That sucks. Why are there such low level PKers coming into the Calvarion cave? Like, there can't be many people that are this low level doing Calvarion. It's the second one today. So sad. Waste of time. Oh, I just redefined for no reason. I still had 3 minutes left on mine. We've been live streaming for quite a while today. I don't know how much longer we're gonna go. I do have to figure out some dinner at some point. Also, I do need a break from Calvarion again. You know, we've done 100 today. Honestly, very unfortunate when we get a supply drop on the first KC of the trip. Quite unfortunate. Dude, what's up with the supply drops right now? Jeez. Crazy. I'll chuck those in the loading bag. Oh, they're both back here. Step back. $34.07. Number is going up. Just rune pickaxes and death runes left and right. The death runes are kind of nice, I guess, and the rune pickaxes, I guess the GP value does add up. Lets me get some GP and reinvest it into more runes and stuff like that. Some coins. Well, that was weird. Like, my inventory glitched out there, I feel like. Palm tree seed. Nice to restock on those. $130 sun-kissed bones. I'm guessing from Doom. I guess they broadcast now, because before they didn't broadcast in the CC. Here we go, this is it. What the? A double food drop? Okay, dude. I don't think I've seen that too often. Like dark crabs and anglerfish combination. Usually it's karambwans or like super restores or super combats. I don't really see that combination too often. That's actually a lot of food right there too. Because all of that is 22 health per eat. Oops. Limpwort roots. There was a time about a month ago where I was like, I might need to plant some limpworts. But with how dry I've gone at this Calvarion grind, never mind. I'll just get all my limpworts here. Oop. It's not paying attention. I wonder how much strength EXP we've gained from Calvarion. It's gotta be something crazy. Could probably calculate it because everything has the same health every single time. I can't be bothered to do the math. In just this session alone today, though, we've gained 212k strength EXP so far. Seems like it's about 74k an hour. An ancient staff. Is there a better way of getting fungus these days or not? I'm telling you, come to Calvarion, lifetime supply. Lifetime supply at Calv. Okay, that was an unfortunate misclick. I wanted to click in the L direction. I was misclicked by one tile, and I walked into two lightnings. Pretty humble hits there, though. It could have been worse. Before the run energy changes, you actually have to be very mindful of not to run around too much while you're doing the boss. So that if a PK comes in, you don't get caught out with low stamina. And this is why you would also bring a stamina pot as well. But I feel like I can just do whatever now. My run energy just replenishes. Could use a super restore drop right about now. Hey, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Thank you very much. Okay, I thought it's 1 HP. Dang it, bro. This guy's printing Zenite shards right now, holy. Good DPS. I wish the damage wouldn't null like that. If it's like same ticked as the Hellhound spawning. It's like I got the EXP drop, you know? That was a big EXP drop too. What's up with it always being at 1 HP? Maybe Zenite bolt tips will be a thing. Yeah, this guy's trolling. Ain't no way. Dragon Bones, 122k. Opening 81 medium caskets. Ranger boots incoming. Maybe a pair of holy sandals. Again, 1 HP. A knack for that. Oh, that's a bad weight. I just walked into that. Luckily, I still got out the way in time now. But I did not do myself any favors there. This drop is not real. You guys can't convince me otherwise. I'm starting to believe that this drop is not real. What the heck? That guy clicked the boss with swiftness too when he dropped in. Pretty sure that guy had no shoes on. Feet. 34-24. Get me out of here, please. Please. I'm ready to move on to audio. Not that that's all that more exciting, let's be honest, but... Repot. Wow. Another pretty lengthy trip here. Been a little bit more efficient with our KCs today. Oh. Kind of working on overtime right now. I was expecting to get about 100 KC and then call it, but I guess the 100 KC, the length of time it took us today is a lot less than yesterday. Like I said, though, I do have to figure out some dinner in a little bit, so probably gonna have to call it soon. We'll need an angler here. Oh, and we get more anglers. How convenient. How convenient. Doing a pretty decent job of doing the thieving on the side. Actually, maintaining that 46k EXP, which I said is not perfect, but you know, we're not exactly trying to make sure we pickpocket when we're getting PK'd, so But some EXP is better than no EXP. We're gonna get 99 just passively. I mean, long ways to go. But we're gonna get there at some point. Hmm. Oh, low on the super restores. I guess we'll pot. Last 5 minutes. Although I might not stay for the full 5 minutes because I don't want to get caught out with the lack of restores. So probably a couple more KCs here, unless we get a super restore drop. '86 attack rats. Mortmire fungus. I was just joking about the lifetime supply of Mortmire fungus here. Another 120. Maybe it is a lifetime supply. White boater. Alright, likely this KC and then one more. Here we go, here we go. Magic logs. Doesn't feel very magical. Right. We are gonna end it there. 34-32. You know what? What else can I say? But no Voidwaker blade. I mean, we got ourselves a dragon pickaxe, I suppose. Just the nature of the game. I mean, I can only say that so much, but that's what it is at the end of the day. We can complain and complain and complain, but that's not gonna help us get the drop. Alrighty. With that being said, though, we're ending the Calvarion trip, and we're also ending the stream. We've been live for actually over 3 hours today, I think. 3.5 hours. Chipped away at the KC, so that's good. Got ourselves a dragon pickaxe. But yeah, I'm going to go figure out some dinner. With that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.